cell phone, please turn it off or at least put it on stun for the duration of the performance. We have three bathrooms here at Artichoke we're very proud of. The first one is that big purple box right next to the stage, and we recommend that you not use that during the performance. It's just TMI, you know. However, we do have two more very fine bathrooms within your easy walking distance. If you go out the back of the theater through the black curtains in which you came in, to your left, as you go through the wonderful sliding door, if you look to your left up the stairs is a bathroom at the top of the stairs, sort of like Vertigo, if you remember that film. Anyway, if you keep going a little further, two more steps, you're into the store now. If you also take a left there, follow the twinkly lights past the wall of ukuleles, and you'll find our other bathroom. So, that all done, and with us mostly in tune, please welcome Raising Hazel.
Mostly in tune is right.
Keyword mostly.
Let your little light shine, shine, shine. Your little light shine, shine, shine. Don't you know someone's down in the valley trying to get home? Well, it could be me or it could be you. It could be your mother or your father too. Don't you know someone's down in the valley trying to get home? Let your little light shine, shine, shine. Your little light shine, shine, shine. Don't you know someone's down in the valley trying to get home? Well, it could be me or it could be you. Could be your brother or your sister too. Don't you know someone's down in the valley trying to get home? Let your little light shine, shine, shine. Your little light shine, shine, shine. Don't you know someone's down in the valley trying to get home? 'Cause don't you know someone's down in the valley trying to get home? Just by you being here, you are bending spaces, I know it. Refracting light in ways I can't define. And I can rattle around trying to understand the source of it, or to step aside and let your little light shine. 'Cause all I know is all I know right now. Won't pretend that everything's fine. in this trickster of a universe, bending all the flatware with my mind. Relativity is an exercise in genius, but I just wanted to see you being kind. 'Cause all I know is all I know right now. All I know is all I know right now. All I know is all I know is all I know is all I know. All I know is all I know. All I know right now. All I know is all I know. All I know right now. All I know is all I know. All I know. All I know is all I know. You know, that pause in that song was great. It was the perfect time for me to push up my glasses. I'm not nearly as good at that as Buddy Holly was. I'm trying to get this back to where,
I'll
but
get
you
it-
know what?
I'll
I'm
get
just,
it the
I
rest
was
of
gonna
the
let you
way.
do it later.
I'll get
Is it in there? I can't even put it in there. There we go. Okay.
Well, welcome. How's it sound out there? Good? Great. Thank you, Gary. He's wearing many, many hats tonight. It looks like he's just wearing one, but I'm just telling you, he's actually wearing a lot. Thanks for doing the sound, Gary. And thanks to all of you for being here. We're just so excited to be back in our first sort of in-person venue, certainly here in Portland. So it's just such a treat. And I also want to thank you too for doing what we all can to keep this a safe space so we can keep gathering indoors and making music for you. We all took tests this morning. We are vaccinated. Thank you so much for doing your part as well, so we can keep putting on these great shows for all of you. Thank you so much.
And we're super excited to be here to celebrate International Women's Day. Yes.
Woohoo.
And just, I'm giving a little disclaimer. I had a bad asthma flare-up last week, and if you hear coughing on stage from me, I hope you don't. I'm almost better, but it's not contagious. I have my inhaler, and we're doing our best. Okay. Go ahead.
Zip?
Okay.
So it was almost 2 years ago to the day that Raising Hazel was going to have its big debut as Raising Hazel. The year before, we had done that on Women's Day, and it was kind of three of us sitting in chairs. And now we've become a more cohesive group, and it was so exciting. It was a sold-out show, and I had the flu, and it was the last week here, I think, before the quarantine started, and we just didn't think you all wanted me here. So I don't know if it was COVID, who knows? But I was definitely not tip-top, so thank you for waiting. And we're even better.
You know how to make an entrance, right? You just make folks wait.
I just wait.
And
You know, it's all about scarcity, you know.
And we're so excited to be in Portland. The one challenge for our little trio is we all live in different cities. So Avery's here, Mandy's on Orcas Island. I flew in from Minneapolis. I just recently moved back there. Yeah, so, and it's good to
She
be...
gets all the points.
No. Thank you. It's good to be back in the Pacific Northwest. Here's a song about rain for you. Okay. is the sound of my dreaming. Rain is the color of my tears. Rain is the music I keep hearing. Rain is the drum inside my ears. I come from the harsh desert country where the sagebrush and the dry grass grow. I know the cry of the lonely coyote. I know the heat that burns straight to the bottom of my soul. And the rain is the sound of a promise. And the rain is the medicine I know. I am a child of so many generations. I am an immigrant whose history is unknown. I was raised in the arms of one true religion. I escaped to embrace all creation as my home. And the rain is the sound of my family. And the rain has no color, has no race. And the dream I still hold for my country is that we learn to love each other in this place. And the rain is the sound, and the rain is the sound, and the rain is the sound. Oh, sorry about
Sorry about that.
I think you got it all the way back to the E, Mandy.
That's amazing.
I think you did. Let me just double check.
My best trick is to not tune it back, and then she does this lovely introduction, and then she goes to play the song, and the first note is horribly wrong.
It's not this one.
It's yeah, prank.
All right. My turn. Oh, how exciting. I get to see all of you now. Hi. I feel a little bad with my back to you over there. Well, again, it's so exciting, and I'm so pleased to be back with you all in person and to see so many folks I haven't seen in so long. I'm also very excited my parents get to be here in the audience tonight. Usually they are babysitting, so I'm very happy they get to be here because I wrote a song about them and for them. You know, in this quirky little family that we became in many years ago. I will say that as a parent, you start to look back at your own parents a little differently than maybe you did when you were a kid. So let's just say this song came out of that kind of reflection. This is called Harmonies in the Hallway. day ends, down where the road bends, overlooking West Meadow Beach. We've watched all the white caps, searched all the night maps for stars that seem just out of reach. Still we are reaching back up the path, a mile and a half to a house that is barely a home. There are holes in the floors, doorways without doors. Still we're learning to make it our own. Still we are learning. And at the end of the day, I know I'm okay when I hear harmonies in the hallway as I fall asleep at night. Little could I have known back then they'd stay with me all my life. Off the school bus we run, our homework all done, come together at the dinner table. Where once were three, now there are four. We're not sure, but still we are grateful, still with our plates full. And in my mother's guitar, we discover who we are. I hear harmonies in the hallway as I fall asleep at night. Little could I have known back then they'd stay with me all my life. All of these years, their voice is so clear in my mind. Wherever I go, I've lived a good life, but still, in the hard times, I hear that lingering echo. I hear harmonies in the hallway as I fall asleep at night. Little could I have known back then they'd stay with me all my life. Harmonies in the hallway as I fall asleep tonight. Little do we ever know how we'll shape a child's life and what stays with them in time.
You can all dry your eyes. I'm gonna sing a snarky song now. I realize this song is actually kind of historical fiction because, before I say that though, I do want to say that my parents are also in the audience. And this would be the live stream audience. I am 110% there, sure that they're there. So can we all just wave, find a camera and just wave to my folks? Hey guys, Mom, Dad.
Everybody watching on the
So
live
nice to
stream,
see
hello.
you. It's really fun out here. Wish you were here. Glad you're here. I was gonna say glad you're there, but that doesn't quite sound right. So glad you're here. Or you wish. Wait, I'm gonna stop. What was I talking about? Historical fiction.
Historical fiction, yes.
That so it's a song about this currency that we used to know a lot about. It's a small round copper thing, a coin. You know, we really don't use those anymore. So this is a song about money trouble. stockings and holes in my shoes. You were so shiny new when I got hold of you, bad penny blues. Nickels and dimes,
Nickels and dimes,
nickels and dimes,
nickels and dimes.
counting out changes, taking all my time. If I am paying dues, I'd like to know just who is bad penny blues. My loving cup,
My loving cup,
my loving cup.
my loving cup.
You came along and said you fill it up, and I thought my ship was finally in. Turns out you were counterfeiting bad penny blues, bad penny blues,
Bad penny blues,
bad penny blues.
bad penny blues.
Give me some currency that I can use. I got no change in my loving cup. You keep on turning up bad penny blues. I got no change in my loving cup. You keep on turning up bad penny blues.
Grab that back from me now.
Oh yeah, now let's see.
All right.
Featuring Jaspar on washboard.
Yes, indeed.
She brought that all the way from Minnesota.
I have a very special suitcase. Do you want to be on that side?
All right, are we in our places?
Yes.
We are. Okay, I don't want to step into your space while you're finding your space.
I don't know what I'm doing.
We're still working on our choreography. Yeah. Okay.
This is a song I wrote for my great-granddaddy Clyde. I should say with my great-granddaddy Clyde. That's what you have to call him when he's from Missouri. And he left behind, I actually didn't know him. I did not write this with him, but I feel like I did because I based the lyrics of this song on the typed pages that he left behind about this road trip that he took with his family from where they lived in Springfield, Missouri, out to Colorado Springs in 1920. I just feel like that's an important, just imagine what the roads were like in 1920 and the cars. There will be more details about that later. But as you read through the story, it was just one disaster after the next, basically, like a true road trip story. And the funniest thing about it was that once you got to page 6, somewhere in the middle of Kansas, it just stopped. I know that they went on to live very happy lives, but the story doesn't really suggest that. And I sort of struggled with it, but I found my way into the song, and always enjoyed it, loved bringing it to the Raising Hazel repertoire, although I have to admit every time we'd bring it up, I'd say, why is this band of women lifting women's voices singing a song about a man who's going to complain about his family? You know, I just have to like point that out. So I was practicing it this week, and I finally realized, as I was going through all, remembering all the lyrics and telling the story to myself, that really there was a feminist inside my granddaddy Clyde, just itching to come out. And so this song is for the feminist in all of us, whatever your gender. They say a man in his prime is a true sight to see, enough to make boys jealous and women swoon. He swaggers through the town and he mounts his gallant steed, rides off beneath the rising moon. Once there was a time when I was such a man, but these days I find I must convince myself that I still am. 2, 3. As is usually the case, The trip was conceived by the most important women I know. My mother, my sister, and my wife all agreed we should vacation in Colorado. How lovely, they said, to bring the babies along, all their bottles and cloth diapers too. Cloth diapers, that's an important detail for later. My brother-in-law said he too would have gone, but for a pressing business matter to attend to. How this ride would end, I knew that it was up to me to take charge of my steed and herd. So I loaded up the bags with a cowboy's dignity in a 1919 Hudson 7-passenger. On the road to Colorado, don't know how, but I know why. On the road to Colorado, another line across my brow for this family of mine. They say it's every cowboy's dream to be out on open plains, without a care, without a single doubt. Till babies need to eat and their mothers to complain, you're left no choice but to dismount. And if you've never tried to find a tree in Kansas for to rest, then my friends, believe me, you've been spared. For it's only flies you'll find, all too happy to attest to their keen sense for simple human fare. On the road to Colorado, don't know how, but I know why. On the road to Colorado, another line across my brow for this family of mine. Well, it's true, I have no horse, I have no hat nor pair of boots, and they say a man is just a man. But lately I sense God and this road are in cahoots against me, though I do the best I can. We reached Wichita that night, stopped at the local inn to execute our grandest operation. The clothesline held the diapers and the sterno stove was rigged to treat bottles to optimal sterilization. And in the morning when we left, all those diapers still not dry, I protested, but alas, to no avail. They were hung out the car windows with all my manly pride, and the white flags of truce thus did prevail. On the road to Colorado, don't know how, but I know why. On the road to Colorado, another line across my brow for this family of mine. I hope Clyde forgives me.
For how many of you is this your first time back in a closed concert space? I can't tell actually. I see some hands. This is my second time. I went and saw a show up in Mount Vernon with one of my daughters. Actually, Carsey Blanton played here. Was anybody at the Carsey Blanton show? I know you two were. Carsey Blanton's another fabulous singer-songwriter and is out from the East. And she came out, and so it was strange. It was she was at the Alberta Rose here. She was at the Lincoln up in Mount Vernon. It was a strange feeling to be back. So thanks for coming.
Good and strange.
Good and strange. Did I just say strange? Good, fabulous and strange. Strange is not always bad. I mean,
right.
Good and strange can be redundant, really.
I just kind of feel amazing right now. It feels so good to be here with you. I haven't felt this way in forever. Yeah, that's what it does.
That kind of strange. That kind of strange.
Yeah. Let's see if I can tune and tell at the same time. So The song we're going to do for you now, I wrote over the period of like 3 or 4 years. I wrote it to just honor this period of ambiguity and stress that many women go through in their 30s, early 40s, not knowing if they want to become a parent or not. And it feels like choosing between two dreams. It still feels that way. I wish it didn't. There's so many things we can do to change that. And we're up here trying to with these songs. But I just wanted to write a song that honored that space of complexity. I started it a few years before my daughter was born, and then I finished it during that first year of her life. It's called Floating. Floating on an endless river, heart so heavy, heart so light. Can I trust these dreams to carry my heart safely through this life? Many feet have gone before me, many women brave and strong. I can hear their voices singing, they echo through the canyon walls. Ooh, 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 floating weightless and uneasy, no roots to tie me to the shore, no safe soil to plant my footsteps, my compass lost, my heart unsure. I have never felt such sorrow, I have never felt such fear than I do here at nature's crossroads, between my yearning and my years. Ooh, 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 like a fish afraid of water, like a bird with heavy wings. I am a woman torn by longing for a child and for my dreams. Oh, the river keeps on moving, and the eagle soars the sky. How I long to choose a third road and leave my troubled heart behind. Ooh, 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 So we have an announcement. We've been putting it on social media, but we're going to record an EP. We don't actually have anything recorded yet of her music. We all have our own albums. I mean, we met as songwriters. We did a songwriter round together, and that's when we decided, oh, maybe we should do something more together. And that last song, Floating, I feel so lucky. These two ladies sang harmonies on my album I put out last year called Desert Ghosts. And we're just excited to be making this EP. We have studio time booked in May and in June in Seattle with one of our favorite people. I've worked with her a ton already. Her name's Alicia Healy, and we're really excited. And if you're tuning into the live stream, thank you for being here. And if you want to send a virtual tip our way as a ticket, then we will put that money straight toward our EP, and that would be really helpful. So thank you.
Does anybody else here like to read?
No.
One of the things we end up talking about a lot is books that we've been reading and books that we've enjoyed. And this was one that I picked up. It's called Like a Mother by Angela Garbez. She's a Seattle writer. And I was super excited when there was an organization in Seattle called the Bushwick Book Club of Seattle. It's kind of a songwriters book club. So a bunch of songwriters read a book and then write a song in inspiration or inspired by it. And when I heard that this was 1 month they were looking for artists, I don't live in Seattle, but I still asked if I could be a part of it, and they graciously said yes. And I was very excited to read a book and then think about what that would sound like as a song. It's just such a great creative exercise. And there were a couple of quotes that jumped out at me that I wanted to share with you. One is by the great Oregon writer Ursula K. Le Guin. Angela quotes her at the beginning. She writes, "We are volcanoes," wrote the American novelist Ursula K. Le Guin. "When we women offer our experience as our truth, as human truth, all the maps change. There are new mountains. My hope in writing this book is the same as Le Guin's. That's what I want, to hear you erupting." And it was such a great image to hold in my mind as I read through the whole book to think about volcanoes in a whole new way. And at the very end of the book, Angela comes back to this idea that I think is related. She writes, "Our culture prizes personal achievement and fulfillment, but places much less value on paying attention to and caring for the needs of others. Parenting requires that you put someone else's needs ahead of your own. We are made up of others. We are changed by others, and we need others. The obliteration of your old self can be disorienting and disheartening, but it can also be a source of great power and transformation." I would think that there's a lot of resonance in this for all of us, regardless of whether we are parents or not, or whatever parent you are. I feel like these last 2 years have been a huge transformation for a lot of us. So, with that in mind, I need one more sip of tea here before I start. And so this is a song I wrote inspired by my personal favorite volcano, our beloved Mount St. Helens. It's called Helena. Helena was well enough, a being of beauty and grace, perfectly poised, never a noise, ever a smile on her face. Down below, something started to grow. One by one, they would all know. Helena, when it came to that hour, Helena, did you know your own power? Did you know you're a volcano? Helena knew well enough it all was about to change. But what price would she pay for this mess she would make, for the fire inside her that raged? The ground started shaking, her bones started breaking, something inside her was waking. Helena, when it came to volcano. We are old, we are young, we are fierce, we are calm, we turn rocks into dust and grow life from the crust. We can open the gaps, we can change all the maps. Let go who you were to be who you are. Helena, who you are now. So when it's your ground that's breaking, your bones feel like shaking, when something inside you is waking, Helena, when it comes to that hour, Helena, will you know your own power? Will you know who do you know you're a volcano? Erupt.
We would have these talks while she was working on the song, and she'd be like, I can't believe I'm writing a song about a volcano. But like,
Am I really doing this?
yeah, I'm so glad you did.
Huh. Well, as Jaspar mentioned, we are all, I'll get a little bit closer, we are all songwriters in our own right who met. We met at a folk musicians conference. Did you know that there was such a thing? There is, a folk musicians conference, and we played together in a round and decided pretty soon after, we thought this is kind of a good thing. Do you think we were right?
That's revisionist. Well, no, that's
No?
that's not how it happened.
That's not how it
No.
happened.
We didn't play. Remember, this is
Oh,
like
right. Yes,
we were
of course.
supposed to play in around, but then
And then it
there was
didn't
they had to.
happen.
And it was like from 2 to 3 a.m. I mean, these folk. I don't know why they think that
A
folk singers can
musicians
stay up that late.
conference. I mean, this
But
is
like, so then I came and I was like gonna play a song, and we were sitting in the round, and I was like, it was almost 3 a.m. and I'm like, they're not gonna have time for me. And then the guy in front of me was like, I'm just not gonna give the introduction to this song so we can save time. And I thought, I'm gonna do it. And then he gave like the longest introduction to the song. And then I didn't get to sing, and I was so sad, and I was so tired, people. I was so tired. And so I like kind of gave my CD to Jaspar and Avery, who I did not know, because they felt really bad. But I understood there was like a noise thing, and I like kind of gave them my CD. And then you were playing up, or you two were playing up at Conway,
right.
Muse, and then you asked me to join you.
This
So
is
that
true.
was the first time.
That was the first time we sang it around.
That was a
It's
very
true.
long story that I
And
just
that CD that Mandy gave us is amazing. Like, it's out back. It's so good.
Yeah, that's why I told the story.
No, that's not why you told the story. I said that it kind of blew my mind when I put it in my in my car.
So we all, as you could tell, we all are pretty big fans of each other,
Yes.
other's music. And when we decided that we wanted to become a band, we all gathered for a rehearsal weekend at Jaspar's house when she was living in Seattle. And just as we were practicing, there was this jar on the table where we would throw possible names in, right? Because like that's kind of the most important decision you make as a band is your name. I mean, not really, but kind of. So we were writing all of these possible names, really anything, anything. Just put it in the jar. Put it in the jar. We'll lay them out on the table at the end. And when we did, I could definitely tell, not just by the handwriting, who had suggested which name, right? Do you remember, Jaspar, what kind of names you suggested?
Yeah. Most of my ideas got nixed because they involved like nature, like sun, moon, wildflowers, starshine. Yeah, they were just a little bit.
Starshine.
Yes, okay. But I was really excited. About a week ago, I found a beer that had one of my band name ideas. Artemis Moon, pretty good.
Not our band.
And it was a good
Great
beer.
Great beer. Not our band.
And how about you?
But what about you?
I mean, like, okay, so I couldn't get past like the Jaspar Avery band team. Like, that's jam. That's jam. But then I didn't want to, like, we're not a jam band. We're never going to be a jam band. But then, like, jam jar, like, it was all about the sweets. Jam jar.
The homemade.
The homemade. Okay,
Yes.
that's better.
Yeah.
Canning. It was all about canning.
And then Avery.
Oh yeah, I had just had a little baby boy, so I had lots of girls' names just lying around that we were not going to use. So I wrote down a bunch of girls' names that I had hanging around. We put them all in there, and then we just kind of sat with it. We didn't actually leave that weekend with a name, right?
But we all really liked the name Hazel because our mission together is to write songs that really honor the experiences and voices of women. And Hazel is a name that's old-fashioned but back in vogue, so it felt very representative of women of all centuries. I'll go there, maybe. All ages. And so we really liked that. And then I think the week following that rehearsal weekend, I was in the car driving, listening to KBCS. I love public radio. Anyone else big fans? Just love it. And they played a song by Rising Appalachia. And rising got stuck in my head. Rising, raising. And I was like, raising Hazel. I love that. I love the internal rhyme. And I texted these two, and they loved it too. So we had a band name.
Yes, I Googled it very quickly to see if there was like a punk band in I don't know, Scotland, but it wasn't the case. And I also really like it. Sounds just a little bit like Raising Hell.
So this is going to be, we're going to do one more song for you before the break. And this is by one of our favorite songwriters, Hazel Dickens, who also influenced our name choice. She's one of the first women in bluegrass. She wrote songs that really empowered women and workers. And just listen to all of her music one day. It's just so powerful. Okay, this is one of our favorites. Singer from the song. She's lost a lot of herself that time cannot replace. Bits and pieces of herself gone without a trace. She's been holding on to anything that happened to be there. She's all used up and forgotten and scattered everywhere. Oh, she's not an angel, so don't look for her wings. She's a hurting woman who lives the song she sings. Well, she learned them all the hard way on the streets of life alone. That is why it's hard to tell the singer from the song. One by one, her young years were gone before she knew. Wasted on some loser who was only walking through. Each time her bruised and lonely heart tried to break the fall, she gathered up the pieces of the life that paid it all. Oh, she's not an angel, so don't look for her wings. She's a hurting woman who lives the song she sings. Well, she learned them all the hard way on the streets of life alone. That is why it's hard to tell the singer from the song. Yes, that is why it's hard to tell the singer from the song.
Okay, we'll be back in 15. 15?
Yeah. And if you want to chat, one of us will be back in the hallway with the merchandise.
I'm gonna go first, and then Jasper, and then you.
Okay. Right. Oh, Avery.
Once again, please welcome Racing Hazel.
Thanks for sticking around.
Quick thing. When we're talking, you have to get closer to the mic. Okay. The volume really goes down. Ready?
Welcome back.
1, 2, ready, go. Blackberry pie for breakfast, blackberry pie for lunch. Come on over in between, you can have a blackberry brunch. I confess that I'm a sinner, so let's have blackberry pie for dinner. Just to keep my conscience clear, I saved a big piece for you, dear. Adam and Eve sitting in the garden baking blackberry pie in their solar oven. Naked as jaybirds singing a song, they were picking blackberries all the day long. They didn't need clothes, they were feeling just fine, cause there were no thorns on the blackberry vines. Nettles didn't meddle in the task at hand, and the thistles just tickled them where they stand. Blackberry pie for breakfast, blackberry pie for lunch. Come on over in between, you can have a blackberry brunch. I confess that I'm a sinner, so let's have blackberry pie for dinner. Just to keep my conscience clear, I saved a big piece for you, dear. Well, even back then in the days of old, children didn't do what their parents told. Sitting in the tree of a right and wrong, the devil had a plan and they went along. Well, Adam and Eve got kicked out of Eden, but there's still blackberries ripe for the picking. Watch your step now, sure as you're born, you're gonna get stuck by the blackberry thorn. Blackberry pie for breakfast, blackberry pie for lunch. Come on over in between, you can have a blackberry brunch. I confess that I'm a sinner, so let's have blackberry pie for dinner. Just to keep my conscience clear, I saved a big piece for you, dear. Avery. There she is. Multi-talented, multifaceted. Oh, it's the Avery people here. The sun's gonna shine and the clouds are gonna rain, and the old world turns and the seasons change. Try to be good and you work real hard, and the berry vines still take the yard. Put on some jeans and an old sweatshirt and pick those berries till it hurts. Hold your bucket up to the sky and thank the good Lord for blackberry pie. Blackberry pie for breakfast, blackberry pie for lunch. Come on over in between, you can have a blackberry brunch. I confess that I'm a sinner, so let's have blackberry pie for dinner. Just to keep my conscience clear, I saved a big piece for you, dear. Just to keep my conscience clear, I saved a big piece for you, dear. I wrote that 20 years ago when I moved to Orcas Island and discovered blackberries.
Before I forget, someone was asking at the break, was very kind to compliment my dress. And I wanted to just note that we are all wearing dresses from an organization called Global Mamas. This is a connection through Jaspar. Do you want to speak more to that?
Yeah, it's a nonprofit started by a friend of mine in Minneapolis, and fair trade clothing made by women in Ghana, and we just love supporting them. It's beautiful stuff. So if you wanna dress like us, go to globalmamas.com.
Well, oh, they do. Yeah. As songwriters, it's funny, or as a songwriter, I should speak for myself, I sometimes forget that we are actually not that much different than visual artists in that, we paint pictures with our words, and we are artists just as visual artists are. And I say that because I was in an art gallery once where they were featuring the sketches of famous artists. So before the painting, this was the sketch that they made. And it reminded me of how important that is in songwriting too. Sometimes when you write a song, you feel, you put your heart and soul in it, and it has to be absolutely perfect. And it gave me permission to start sketching songs, if you will, right? And just kind of playing around with different styles of writing and different arrangements. And I know a lot of my students are out there, so you'll know what I mean when I say I wanted to write an AABA song. Mostly because I was just so taken with the songbook era of American history. So all that to say, this was just sort of an exercise that happily became a legit song. In addition to the style and to the structure, I wanted to write the kind of song that my grandparents would have fallen in love to. They were always an inspiration for me and wanted to honor them in that way. So this is called I Want to Know You. Lovers come and lovers go, I watch them ebb and flow with the tides of the night. Rare are those who bear their minds, who never tire of this life, who dance with the tides of the night. I met you beneath the stars, and that is when I knew. I wonder just who you are. I wonder what it is to know you in the tides of your life. I want to know you, my dear, know you, your dreams, your doubts, your sorrows, your pouts, everything inside and out, because to know you, my dear, know you would be like sitting by the fire just to watch the flames that inspire you. I want to know you, my dear, to know you, your hands, your feet, you're messy, you're neat, everything makes you complete, because to know you, my dear, to know you would be like sitting beneath the sky just to watch the stars that shine for you. I don't know how long I will want to sing this song, and I don't know if you will want to sing along, but just for tonight, won't you stay, oh babe, we can't go wrong. I couldn't live another day without taking this chance to say inside and out, because to know you, my dear, to know you would be like sitting by the sea just to watch the waves bring you to me.
So if everyone can just go back to January of 2017 for a moment.
Do we have to?
No, we don't have to. I just needed to write like a hopeful song, and I was living in Seattle at the time, and I grew up in Arizona, so this was an unfortunate match for me because I need sun, desperately need it. And I wasn't getting any either in January, no sunshine, and just wanted it to shine through my window. And I wrote this song to, I don't know, I feel like we each just need a way to pour our energy and love and creativity into the world. And when we can't do that, negative stuff happens. We all want to give all that we have. It takes courage. It takes connection. It takes each other. And this song is just kind of that desire to pour all of our love into the world, into our community, and may the sun shine every day. This is a new day. Let the sun shine through my window every morning. Let it shine through the dark night, through the gray clouds. Let the new day fill my eyes. I just want to live a life I can fall into. Be everything I am, do everything I can to let the love shine through. Let the heart feel what it wants to. Let my dreams be what they are. Through the hard times, through the struggles, let my heart stay open wide. I just want to live a life I can fall into. Be everything I am, do everything I can to let the love shine through. So many things to know, so many ways to grow. If only we can learn to reach for each other's hands, do everything we can to hold each other close and free. Every human heart plays a different part, shines a light all of its own. When the new day comes, we will be the ones who know this light will guide us home.
So there's an old Buddhist saying called where that goes, chop wood, carry water, and it's very true. I've chopped actually a lot of wood. Actually, my daughter's here tonight, and she will attest that if there was a lot of wood chopping going on, they kind of steered clear Not because I was a bad wood chopper. I'm okay at it. More because it was where I went to when I had frustration that needed to get out. So like depending on how much wood happened to be there at the end of the day, it was good. And anyhow, I work at a farm, so I carry a lot of water still. So both of those things are very relevant. But I also know that as a multitasker, that often there is more involved beyond just chopping wood and carrying water. Chop wood, carry water, chop wood, carry water, chop wood, carry water, chop wood, chop wood, carry water, chop wood, carry water, chop wood, carry water, chop wood, chop wood. Do the dishes, cook a chicken, fold the laundry, scrub the toilet, sweep the kitchen, mind the baby, light a fire in the woods to know I gotta chop wood.
Chop wood.
Do the dishes, cook a chicken, fold the laundry, scrub the toilet, sweep the kitchen, mind the baby, light a fire in the woods to know I gotta chop what?
Chop wood.
Do the dishes, cook a chicken, fold the laundry, scrub the toilet, sweep the kitchen, mind the baby, light a fire in the woods to know I gotta chop what?
Chop wood.
Do the dishes, cook a chicken, fold the laundry, scrub the toilet, sweep the kitchen, mind the baby, light a fire in the woods to know I gotta chop what?
Woohoo!
That was great.
Mandy definitely has the hardest part of that one.
Okay.
There's actually many more verses to it. I just don't trust myself. I remember them. What's next?
So, I think it's time for a feminist anthem. What do you think?
Woo!
All right. As a child, I learned that things like sensitivity and vulnerability were weaknesses. Maybe you learned this too. And as I've grown older, I've come to realize that those are my strengths. And I wrote this song to just speak strength back into these ideas of femininity that we were taught. I wrote this song to just honor women and honor our voices. This is called I Know a Woman. I know a woman who feels every moment with sorrow and joy. She is blown by the wind. Her heart moves so quickly, it tires her to follow. But this world wasn't made for such sensitive things. And I want to sing her a song that will free her to feel what she feels without judgment or shame. All of her power right beside all her pain. And I know a mother who cannot remember. She died to the dreams she once carried inside. And she raised a daughter who cannot forgive her for failing to lead her with wings into life. And I want to sing her a song that redeems her for all that she is, that she hasn't become. As she lived for her father, then husband, then son. blessed mother of all of creation, they punished you when you reached out for the truth. And all of this violence we witness toward women is the shame we still carry for wanting the fruit. And I want to sing her a song that will bring her into a world where her reach can be wide, free to take what she wants and to never be shy. Ourselves weeping in small quiet moments, caught with no reason to feel so alone. They tell us our sadness is private depression, but our mother's submission is centuries old. And I want to sing you a song that receives you as you wake to a world where you're second to none, where your life is your song and your song will be sung. That's where it was for me. Is that where it is for you too?
I don't know. Well, let's ask Avery.
Sometimes we forget what keys our songs are in.
F sharp minor, please, says the ukulele.
Nope.
My students are like, wait, you can play songs in the key of F sharp minor?
I don't even know what that means. No, I do actually.
I'm just
No,
glad
down, no,
Down
third
one?
fret, down one.
I mean, I know what it means. I just don't know how to get there.
Isn't that a lot of life right there? Yeah. I just don't have any keys to change, so I'm feeling good right now. Okay.
Javery. Oh my gosh, I just said Javery.
We're the
That's
latest
awesome.
celebrity couple.
The latest celebrity couple. Javery, that was so funny.
Wasn't that one of your band names in the jar?
That must have been how would we add me to that?
Jamavery.
Majavery. But that's putting me first, so I don't know.
That's okay.
We could spend all night. So this is a song about going home, but it's not quite that time. We've got just a couple more songs. Actually, how many songs do we have left?
We'll
2
keep
or
them,
3?
yeah.
We'll yeah.
Keep you
Mystery.
in. So anyhow, it's called Going Home Close. I went to see my neighbor. She welcomed me inside. Said, I don't need a thing, my dear, just sit and talk a while. She poured us both some coffee. She buttered up some bread and said, take that old suitcase, child, from underneath the bed. She said, I know my time is coming just about any day. So I got myself packed and ready for when that chariot swings my way. You know the she owns. And won't she be looking fine when her savior calls her home? I'm gonna put on my going home clothes. Put on my going home clothes. Put on my going home clothes, 'cause I'm going on to my home. You know the clothes I wear are ragged, they're dusty and they're gray, and I'm not sure I will look my best should there come a judgment day. I'm gonna set some things in order, set those records straight, put right all that I put off, thinking that it all could wait. I'm gonna put on my going home clothes. Put on my going home clothes. Put on my going home clothes, 'cause I'm going on to my home. There's a dress that's in my closet, way there at the back. My grandma's pearl necklace and some shiny shoes to match. I'm gonna pull myself together, 'cause as far as I can tell, it's not just what you got on, it's that you wear it well. Whew! I'm gonna put on my going home clothes. Put on my going home clothes. Put on my going home clothes, 'cause I'm going on to my home. Oh, swing low. Swing low. Swing low. Swing low. Coming for to carry me. Put on my going home clothes. Put on my going home clothes. Put on my going home clothes, 'cause I'm going on to my home. 'Cause I'm going on to my home. 'Cause I'm going on to my home.
But don't go home yet. Not yet.
Oh, do you need this?
I don't, but I believe Jaspar does next.
Oh, great.
But I'll hold it for her.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, this is a great opportunity. Somebody complimented me on my guitar, and I want to mention I bought it on consignment right here at Artichoke Music. If you ever need an instrument as beautiful as this one, you know where to find it.
And there's a sale going on right now,
I
right?
do believe a spring cleaning sale.
Mhm.
I actually bought this harmonica here tonight. Because we decided the song needed to be one step up.
Oh, that's right.
And my other harmonica did not.
That's our reminder, right?
Yeah, so we have a few more songs for you, and this song I brought to our trio, just for this trip. It's a new one for us. I heard it first in October. I was at the Sisters Folk Festival. Anyone else there listening to great music? I love that festival. Sarah at the bar was back there playing. So cool. Yeah. So Emily Scott Robinson sang this song on stage. I'd never heard it before. It's a John Prine tune, and it basically brought me to tears. And just considering everything that's going on right now in our country with women's rights and just the attack on them, it's really heartbreaking, because these laws the states are passing are really affecting the lives of real women. And this song tells a story that is really powerful, and we wanted to share it. It's called Unwed Fathers. Greyhound station. She sits there waiting in a family way. Goodbye, brother. Tell Mom I love her. Tell all the others I'll write someday. From a teenage lover to an unwed mother, kept undercover like some bad dream. While unwed fathers, they can't be bothered. They run like water through a mountain stream. In a cold and gray town, the nurse says lay down. This is no playground. This ain't home. Somebody's children out having children in a gray stone building all alone. From a teenage lover to an unwed mother, kept undercover like some bad dream. While unwed fathers, they can't be bothered. They run like water through a mountain stream. Somewhere else bound, Smoky Mountain greyhound. She bows her head down, humming lullabies. Your daddy never meant to hurt you ever. You just don't live here, but you've got his eyes. From a teenage lover to an unwed mother, kept undercover like some bad dream. While unwed fathers, they can't be bothered. They run like water through a mountain stream. Run like water through a mountain stream. Whew, my goodness, I finally feel relaxed. Can we stay for another 2 hours, please? No. Thank you all so much. I want to take just this moment to say a huge thanks to the staff who are here tonight, the volunteers at Artichoke. Can we give them a round of applause? Sarah and Steve at the back, and Laura and Gary Furlow, of course. Thank you so much. And just a huge thanks to Artichoke Music in general for being here, for still being here. That says a lot right now. And of course, thanks to all of you for being here as well. We have one more to close it out. One more. This is a song that I always love to teach folks. I learned it in the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas. It's a call and response. Could I have an A, please? Oh. Thank you. Sorry. I teach ukulele, so I have to remind myself, what are the strings of the guitar again? Hold on, I didn't hear that. Bum, got it. So I'm going to sing, let the work I
I do.
Let the work I do
Speak for me.
speak for me.
Yeah, then we'll do it again. Let the work I do.
Let the work I do
Little different here. Speak for me.
speak for me.
Great. Okay, and then all together we're gonna sing When I'm lying in my grave.
When I'm lying in my grave.
You know it's a traditional song because it's super uplifting. And there's nothing more to say. And there's nothing more to say. Then we go back to the call and response. Let the work I do speak for me.
Speak for me.
You got it. You're going to be great. I'm going to step away a little bit. Let the work I do
Let the work I
speak for me.
speak for me.
Let the work I do
Let the work I
speak for me.
speak for
When I'm lying in my grave, and there's nothing more to say. Let the work I do
Let the work I
speak for me.
speak for
Let the life I live, let the life I live,
Let the life I
speak for me.
speak for me.
Let the life I live
life I
speak for me.
Speak for
When I'm lying in my grave, and there's nothing more to say. Let the life I live speak for me. Songs I sing, let the songs I sing
Let the songs I
speak for me.
speak for me.
Let the songs I sing
Let the songs I
speak for me.
Speak for me.
When I'm lying in my grave, and there's nothing more to say. Let the songs I sing
Let the songs I
speak for me.
speak for me.
And let the life I live
Let the life I
speak for me.
speak for me.
And let the work I do
Let the work I
speak for me.
speak for me.
Nicely done. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Are you showing up? Wait, are we just going right? We didn't even get off the stage or anything.
We love you too much. I
That's it.
don't think we were too subtle.
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I also wrote a song inspired by Like a Mother by Angela Garbez. This one's a little different from the Helena song. Part of that book, I just encourage everyone to read it. I read it after I gave birth to my daughter. I think it was within the first year. I don't really remember much from that year, but I learned so much about my body in that book that I should have known while I was pregnant.
I will also say, can I like
Yeah.
having read it as mothers,
Yeah.
I read it before I became a mother, and I really think everybody should read it. It's
Yeah.
not a book for mothers. It's a book about mothers. I think it would be.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind
great.
of amazing. And she has a chapter in the book about the placenta. And it is fascinating. I had no idea how amazing this organ is. And she interviewed all these experts on the placenta. And one of them said to her, you know, I think P should be for placenta because it's just the most amazing organ. And I was like, okay, I'm going to write a song called P is for Placenta. Teach you all about the amazing things I learned. Okay.
don't know what you're in for.
Does that sound out of tune? No. Okay.
That's good.
Okay. We all learned once upon a time that when an egg and sperm collide, that egg becomes fertilized and eventually a baby. But there's an unsung hero here, an afterthought we should revere. Before that egg turns embryo, it first becomes a zygote. That zygote cell divides and splits and soon becomes a blastocyst. And that blastocyst makes two things, not just one. A brand new organ built from scratch that feeds that fetus till it's hatched. Now everybody, raise a glass, a toast to the placenta! P is for placenta, not pizza, pint, or please. It's the motherboard of human life. It's everything you need. The placenta is a masterpiece of intricate design, a maternal-fetal interface connecting space and time, both hospital and pharmacy, a restaurant and more. It acts as kidneys, heart, and lungs until that baby's born. P is for placenta, not pasta or poutine. It's a big box store, a smorgasbord. It's everything you need. The placenta isn't pretty. It looks like a piece of meat. It smells musky like a liver, but it's still a wholesome treat. You can roast it in the oven, dehydrate it into pills. You can drink placenta smoothie. It is sworn to heal your ills. P is for placenta, not perfume or potpourri. Its versatility is amazing. We finally see your beauty. P is for placenta. We will pass you by no more. We celebrate your gift to life and raise a glass once more. Placenta!
All right. I forgot. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you. One more quick announcement before we send you home. There were some folks who were asking, we had mentioned for the live stream folks that all the donations that come in through the live stream links will be sort of the beginning funding of our first recording later on. And somebody was asking me at the break, how could you folks support that project as well if you would like? Two recommendations. One is to sign up on our newsletter. We're gonna have a formal crowdfunding campaign coming out, so we will let you know that way. I also noticed there's a beautiful tip jar right here in front. I hadn't even noticed that. So if you wanna support us in this new and fun project on your way out, you can do that as well. Thank you all. Safe travels.